Alright, and welcome back to another League of Legends video. We are again going to be trying our hand at Jinx. I really do like playing Jinx, although I'm not really good at playing her. But hopefully I'll continue to improve. And this is one of the, what do you call it, those random picks, so to speak, where people don't really declare their lane ahead of time. I forget what it's called. A non-draft pick, I think is what it's called. Now, most of the time, Jinx is played in the bot lane as an ADC. I have sometimes played, I've seen people play Jinx in the mid, and it can be effective. I don't expect it to be overly effective, because I'm definitely not as good as some of those people. Little unusual that the other mid laner is not here, but it's probably not as unusual as you might think, given this type of game, um, which is what most newbies would play. Before they kind of start learning about the different roles in the game, so to speak. It's like we're up against the Lux. Trying to kind of shove this into tower. Got a little zapper on her. Give the turret a hit or two and then back off. Probably don't have to worry about ganks as much in this type of gameplay, just because a lot of people are fairly new and don't really think about that or know that that's probably the best way to take your opponents out. But it's still a possibility. You just got to be careful that I'm just not overextending too much. I'd venture to guess if a lot of these players were more experienced, would have been dead like 10 times over already. I messed up my flash, but that's okay. Barrier kind of saved me. Flux is trying to take me out, but that's alright. Probably best if I just back at this point. And we'll be going Kraken Slayer. Which is a pretty decent item. on Jinx. Of course, things like IE is also pretty good on her. Storm Razor is pretty good on her. I'm a little bit better with CS with her than I have in the past, but still not great. Just gonna practice my wording techniques a little bit, make sure I'm thinking about kind of getting a pretty decent habit so that whenever I'm playing a team that would gank me, I'm kind of ready for it. What was that move? Yeah, perhaps I probably shouldn't have zapped her and just continue hitting the tower. Then I wouldn't have taken a turret shot. But I'll just get a plating. Maybe. I was just using my rockets for that extra range, and of course AoE damage. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that turret shot could have easily taken me out, but that's alright. Again, the main things that you do want to get on Jinx are the attack speed and the crit. It's gonna shoot a rocket. If I hit her, she's dead. Oh, so close. She either backed or she went up or down, not sure which, but that rocket would have killed her, but that's okay. Just gonna get back to lane and hopefully get some CS here. I have seen someone play Jinx as a Baron laner. It's generally not recommended, simply because she is so weak early on. She is viable mid, just because a lot of the mid people are range champions. And so you can kind of, or they're melee, whatever you want to call it. And so it works out pretty well. But the bruiser, fighting against the bruiser is really tough early on, and you're likely to lose a lot of CS, gold, and lives. But I mean, if you're really good at Jinx, you might make it work. So I'd never say to anyone that they couldn't. That's why I generally don't flame people for choosing a certain character. Because I think technically you can make just about any character work in just about any position, although there are some that are better in certain positions. And I don't think anyone is actually playing jungle. on our team. That's one of the downfalls of these non-draft picked, non-ranked games is they're really green newbies, which is fine. But that also means I can just kind of farm the jungle for free without anyone getting too tilted. And the one thing about Jinx is the higher level she is, she can really take jungle camps really quickly. And of course the buffs work extraordinarily well on her. Especially when you get the Runin's Hurricane. You get like a blue buff, a red buff, or one or the other. Like with blue buff, you can just spam your rockets with that and hit multiple enemies and do massive amount of damage. And if you have the red buff, it's just freaking insane on her. As long as you proper position, you can just like take out multiple enemies. I was going to see if I can do the Herald, but unfortunately there's a Master E here and I am dead. Probably not the best call. That's definitely my bad there. So it seems like the enemy actually has a proper jungler. And so I should probably be wary if I don't know where the jungler is, to actually go into the jungle. That's alright, back to lane we go. Got a Misfortune and a Brand. I really haven't been paying too much attention at the different lanes. Try to get a blading here. Alright, back off. And then take some farm. One of the reasons why I'm upgrading my W so much, which typically I don't, though. She's behind me, shoot a rocket. Yeah, I'm just toast right now in between her, the tower, and minions. Anyways, I've been hitting a lot of W's on this Lux, and so upgrading that is going to be beneficial. Had she been adept at dodging them more, I'd probably just go for my Q, W, E, and then max and Q after that. Specifically on Jinx, anyways. So far I've been playing her a bit better. Although some of my decisions, or I should say overextensions, have been misplays. So which I think is not too bad, because my first goal was to actually get a little bit better at her, and then after that improve my gameplay. Alright, this blue buff is a little bit upgraded. That's right. We still get it in the end. Got my boots, tier 2 boots. Finish off the Kraken Slayer. I'll probably go Runin's Hurricane after that. There was a time in Wild Rift, which I've played Jinx a lot in Wild Rift, where I went Runin's Hurricane on Jinx' first item, because I like the hitting multiple targets at once. But what I also found was, while that was decent, not having a power item first, you're just kind of slapping multiple enemies with wet noodles, so it just wasn't as effective as getting a power item first and then getting the hurricane after that. So typically you'll go one type of a power item, and that can be whatever you want it to be. In this case it's going to be Kraken Slayer. And then you can get some boots, or you can get boots and then your power item first, and then get your hurricane after that. Or if you just want more power, attack speed, crit, you can just go more of those types of items if you don't care about hitting multiple enemies. Let's see if we can't take this tower down. Oh, that likes to get behind me. And you'd think I'd learned by now, but no. I hate that Lux ultimate. Alright, it's got my Kraken. Some people do like to go Phantom Dancer, and sometimes I'll build it on her as either the next or a last item. Just kind of depends. I'm just sitting on a ward, they didn't even know it. Oh, that's alright. And one of the things with Jinx is pretty much no matter what, you pretty much want to hyper farm as much as you can, especially earlier on, because the more items you get, the more powerful you are. So anything that gives you golden experience is going to just make you more powerful. So that's why if you can, take jungle camps. Now you don't want to be obnoxious about it. But in this game we don't have a jungler, so it's not a major issue. I was going to recall, but then I saw this juicy wave about to hit the tower, and I didn't want to lose that golden experience, and also I didn't want the tower to take a lot of damage either. I think the blue buff might be up. Hit her with my rocket, but She wasn't low enough to execute, but that's alright. Just to help shove this wave out. See about taking blue. That shouldn't do as much damage to me now that I've been upgrading items and experience. And as you can see, it does not. I should start taking down camps a little bit quicker now. Yep. Alright. Gonna see if I can't just push bot because there are some of my allies in mid right now. So we'll just see about rotating. That seems to be a fairly important concept, is rotating. Sometimes if you're not doing too well in a lane, you can swap lanes. There's a misfortune. And hopefully I'm not toast, but I guess I am. Alright. Misfortune must have been hiding in that bush for a long time. $57 CS to 120 something. My god. Anyways, like I was saying then, rather than staying in your lane, just pushing a wave and then going into someone else's lane to either help push that lane or help with a gank or just push back the enemy that's being a little bit oppressive can be helpful. So I see the Lux on the other side of the map. Just gonna shove this wave. Oh. Is that a Rakan? Trying to get the better of us. Got 5 with me. Oh, there's a misfortune. And I'm dead. Alright, but I think we got misfortune. And we got the Rakan. But I died. I think that's worth it. Our team is like beating them in CS. Which generally, but not always, means that you're ahead. Of course, sometimes enemy can lose CS because they're ganking. And they can get their gold that way. Again, because red buff is here, no one's going to take it. We'll just take it. Gold experience as well as the buff. Take some Krugs. Looks like we got a Hurricane. And now that we got a Hurricane, we're going to really start slapping here. I mean, that's 45% attack speed, gives you some movement speed, as well as crit. Yeah, because the enemy does have a lot of AP, I would say, and will be somewhat beneficial. See if we can't take out this burn or brand. Oh, just missed him. If that hit, we probably would have executed him. Anyways, we're going to help push top lane here. So far, I think the tower is still there, so we've got to hopefully take that out. And we should be able to get this. Alright, throw a little ward, get some vision. Continue to push. Oh, enemy. Well, hopefully, oh well. I was hoping that we'd be able to take him out, but, oh well. Yes, he does hit so hard. Well, we got the tower, so it wasn't for naught. Looks like we got a wave pushing mid. I think Vi is mid as well, so hopefully we'll at least get that tower. I don't think we'll get the inhib. We might get the inhib. Maybe. That's a possibility, but we'll see. It looks like they did get the inhib, so we'll just push bot, which will give some extra pressure. As you can see, Jinx has phenomenal wave clear, which only improves as you get more items. Especially with a Runa's Hurricane, you can just like clear him like there's no like it's nobody's business, so to speak. That's my team going for the end. As they are deep in the enemy's base. See if we can't take out the dragon here. And again, since we got the Scuttle Crab, and I'm also a ranged champ, standing in that gives me extra attack speed. There's a movement. Yeah. Anyways, it makes me shoot faster. Alright. Dragon has been secured. Looks like we're pushing top as well, which is going to be nice. So, well, we haven't gotten the turret yet. Hopefully the hopefully the extra pressure will help. Is that Yumi Vi pushing top? Yeah. Not gonna lie, this is a little bit dangerous. Yeah. And really the only reason I did it was because we were a little bit ahead. If we weren't this far ahead, I would not have even attempted that. But as you can see, it was fruitless. It's just It's just we don't have a team comp that can really counter Yi all that well. This would not be a bad time to try and Baron, because two of the enemy were dead, so it should probably be uncontested, and we did get Baron. There's a couple different strategies you can use when you get Baron. You can either just go mid or top or bot and just push with everyone, or you can leave some people in one lane and then push from the other lanes. I generally like that strategy because it puts a lot of pressure on the enemy. It's not always feasible. It looks like we should be able to end. Yep. That's GG. Had they not, I would have just continued pushing to help put some extra pressure and hopefully take out the bot lane turrets. But again, thank you very much for watching. And if you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, and comment if you so desire. And we'll see you in another video. Again, thank you so much for watching.